Good up here. Good here. Good here. But, ouch! That hurt. Must have hurt somebody. Well, who cares? I hear they're okay, but you know what? It's all about the bike. The heart and soul of any vehicle is the frame. This frame has had a serious impact. Well, can it be fixed? Should it be fixed? And if it can't, can we reuse the parts? Which parts? And a different frame? That's what we're going to discuss in this video. The material of this frame, aluminum. It's been bent and we can see it here. In addition, there is a crease in it. Good luck getting that out. In addition to this bend, this tube has been bent right here. Additionally, on top of this, it is out of alignment. A lot going on here, compound bend. We can check the alignment with this frame alignment indicator, basically a dishing tool for the frame. Let's see how it works. The tool is used to create a template of one side to compare it to the other. Here, I'm going to contact head tube. I'm going to contact seat tube. I'm going to come back here and use the indicator, the knob, to dial it down, just touching. There we go. Just like a dishing tool, I've compared one side. Now I go to the other side. I got your head tube. I've got the dropout. I'm touching both, but I've got a gap here. Whoa, big fat fingers all the way through. That is a problem. Do I move the seat tube this way? No, you don't. That's silly. You move this back end that way. So this tells us this frame badly out of alignment. So we can see we have several bends to do here on the aluminum. We have to straighten this out some. You can see that brake mount is a mess. That's got to be straightened. This has got to be shoved that way a good amount. And how would that happen? Wrestle the rear wheel out, bend one side at a time. But where would that bending occur? It's not going to bend in the middle. When we shove this, it's going to bend where it's joined here and down at the bottom bracket. Let's see what happens on material. Any material like metal and aluminum is like other metals. This is aluminum, like our frame. We can flex it, it comes back. We flex it, it comes back. Of course, that's normal. But at some point, you apply more and more pressure, it, whoops, stays bent. I've exceeded the yield point. Now I have to bend it back. So I'm going to try and bend it back. Well, you're going to get a compound bend. In addition, bending and rebending, you're hardening that material. To align this and get it back into shape, yes, you could physically shove it. It is now unsafe. It should not be ridden. So this frame is headed either for the art world, possibly in the house, or another good use in the garden to help the pea shoots and the vines grow. But for riding, don't do it. This one got other purposes, other uses. Following the nice S-curve of our bend, we can see the rotor looks horrible. Why? Because the brake mount has been shoved over, pushed over. This is bent. The brake body, is it bad? We'll get to that in a minute. But we can see the rotor is just simply not going to be reusable. Come on down further to the hub. We can see the axle and the cam of the skewer no longer aligned. Definitely an issue here. So we're going to have to pull that out to see that more closely. On this side, we come over here. The Shimano Dior, poor thing, looks a mess. Or is it? Is it the hanger that's making this look terrible? Let's go ahead and realign the hanger, even though we know we're not going to use the frame. It'll give us a better idea of the usability of that derailleur. First step, we're going to pull this thing on out of there. Good. Next, we're going to install the DAG3 and secure that. Man, as my old boss used to say, you could throw a cat through that. That ain't good. We're gonna go ahead and bring it back anyway, again, to see if the badness here is in that hanger or the derailleur. I want about half of that. I don't want to close all of that. Exceeding the yield point, yes. Yes, a little more, and yes, potentially dangerous. There could be failure. That means progress right there. Let's come up here. A smaller cat, not even a kitten. Now, let's bend that a little more. And let's put that derailleur on and see if it looks acceptable. When it's all goofy looking like that, we'll remove some of the goofiness. Now, let's have a look. Actually, not so bad. The derailleur looks pretty square to itself. I bet it's reusable. We're gonna go ahead and try it if we ever get a new frame. To know if the wheel's any good, it's gotta come out of there, and that's gonna be a little bit of wrestling. We saw that that's bent, nothing to do but try it and force it. Step one, flip that skewer open. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen it up a little bit. Oof, on this side. It doesn't even want to turn. Now, pull that derailleur back. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. There we are. Oof. Rotor, no amount of DT 2.2 work is going to get that back decent. New rotor, 100%. What else potentially? Let's have a look at the end here. That's bent. The skewer end, totally bent. Shove that through more, see if we can get that to spin. Oh, terrible, terrible. This should not be realigned. It's a 5mm piece of steel that's holding your wheel on for your ride. We are not going to align that. It needs a new one. But what about the rest of it? We have an axle in there. Is the hub damaged? Let's get that out. Simple test of the hub. Let's turn it. Oof. Excellent. Bad. I'm turning the axle. Besides a bad bearing adjustment, that should be traveling in a straight line. It is not. We are rotating around on that inner lock ring. It's not sitting in the middle as we rotate. The axle is bent, besides an over-tight bearing adjustment. Likely, this should just be a new wheel, if not a new axle. Let's go ahead and put it in a touring stand and give it a spin. Even though we saw that the axle's bent and needs work, the trueness is actually not bad at all. I doubt if that's been affected a bit by the incident, we will call it. So, in this case, if you wanted to do the work of a new axle, the bearing surfaces aren't bad, it might be worth doing. We saw there was some damage to the frame here that's holding the brake. Is the brake bad? Well, for test one, I'm simply going to touch and look for oil. I got no oil. Doesn't seem like we have an oil leak here. Are there other problems? I'm going to put a rotor in the form of a PS1. And I'm going to squeeze up here. And boy, that feels firm. That feels like a normal, good brake. I think this brake is actually pretty good. So it'll pull off. It's going to mount up fine. Other lines, no leaks, brakes, looking good. Moving forward, more inspection. We got the dropper, and we got the cranks, and the bottom bracket. So down at the bottom bracket, is it bent? Is that spindle bent? A simple test. I spin it. Boy, is that smooth. There's no rumbling. That spindle is not bent. There's no play here. Well, the spindle's okay. Are the arms bent? That's trickier. You can tell this when you ride, and you can also just use your hands and see what motion you feel. I get no rocking, left or right, side to side of the surfaces. I bet these cranks are fine. I don't think they're bent at all. That's reusable. Up here, the dropper, we're going to need a simple test. Hit it, it goes down, it goes up and down. That's the test of a dropper. Let's move to the front. We got more. Got to pull that wheel. Did that fork get damaged? We'll find out. The front end, it looks pretty reasonable. Bars are symmetrical, looks like no damage. The front wheel spins nicely, that's good. Rotor is good, nothing rubbing there, so no harm was done up here. But these sliders, are they damaged? Have they been tweaked? Simple test for the through axle. If the through axle comes out normal, they're aligned. And this one does. It comes out, that's great. If these have been tweaked, it's gonna be a bear to wrestle that thing out. So that is the parts that we're seeing that are usable and not. To wrap up, what do we have here? First, you have full permission now, go out and get a brand new bike, everything you've ever wanted. Or you can get just the frame and reuse these parts. We've seen most of them are good. But what specifications do we need to match? Rear hub, 135 spacing, quick release. That's a threaded bonnet bracket. It's a good bonnet bracket, but your new bike better be the same. 73 wide, threaded. Headset, check our headset videos. This is the ZS style. You'll learn more about that there. So, what you have here, it's not a crash bike. It's an opportunity for a great project. Enjoy your repairs.